my Instagram. Every time I make a video, it's just Khaled. But I wanted to share some stuff I've been thinking about again. And it's really a thing for me. Greetings, thanks, discussing being no part of the world. I've been hustling, bustling, being around. But I really just wanted to get on here and share my feelings about all the things that we're experiencing in our reality as a collective of humanity. Because I am a African American based by the standard of what they say I am. I'm black, but I'm female. And I live in Atlanta, Georgia. And I was raised along the lines of a very Christian household. We celebrated the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of that stuff in Christendom. Hello. But in my personal life, as I grew a better relationship with understanding myself and the world, I decided to no longer observe the holidays or observe certain things that don't fit me personally. Now, I have never voted. I have never taken any time to be a part of the election because it just doesn't appeal to me at all. I mean, religion that most of us been introduced to through Christendom or, family traditions that have pieces of religion in it. Jesus always said no part of the world. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know what anybody believe. I don't know what y'all do. But for me and for what my path has shown me is that if you are seeking a divinity or seeking some kind of higher experience, higher knowledge, that you would limit yourself from certain things. And that's just what I've been doing. So for me, I don't watch the political debates, and I won't be registering for any of that stuff that they doing at all, because I just don't see how I'm benefited. I do not believe in it. I do not believe in the construct. I just can't believe that they were trying to help me or try to take the time to count and see how they can help me or even give some kind words. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. What the system done showed me, what the world done showed me, what the history books show me, and they wrote those, I just don't believe there's a benefit for me by participating. I just can't. And Jesus felt the same way. A lot of these leaders feel the same way. Religious leaders, woke leaders, or whatever it is. They feel the same way because if we are to be sovereign citizens, if we are to have the health care that we deserve, the food we need at the proper quality and enough to benefit our body, not rushed, genetically modified stuff that actually has the electric energy of the beings that we are. If we are going to really be asking for this paradisiac representation of the earth, we have to really work to get there. And that is a clear, definitive line in what we must stand for and stand together against. Now, I'm pretty sure y'all partaking in the lesser of the two evils or whatever that may be, and that's fine for you. But that don't speak to me. It doesn't. What speaks to me is putting my own garden together in the community and copying that, every little neighborhood in my city. That would bring me some more resolve. I guess for me, I feel more confident in what I can give to myself than what I can expect to receive from someone else. And I'm sorry if that sounds harsh. I'm sorry if it sounds blunt or I'm judging. If you having cognitive dissonance and feeling like I'm disrespecting you, I'm sorry. But I'm just being honest for myself in a public forum because sometimes these critical ideas or critical thinking skills not prevalent in everybody. And so I just want to say, if you really finna celebrate Christmas come December, are you really going to go against what your Bible say and partaking of a spirit of the world that never was in any of what the Bible spoke about? Not once did they say vote. So I'm so curious. And I would love to hear some comments or responses about what y'all think. Because, mind you now, Christmas still not in the Bible. But if you picking something, pick something and stick with it, Pick something and stand for it. And be clear with yourself about what you believe. Because that's a big discrepancy that I see all the time. And it's really disturbing. And what it looks like more so is that nobody's trying to be religious. Nobody's trying to be spiritual. And I'm not saying nobody is in generalizing nobody in the world. I'm just saying people. Some are not trying to do these things. They're just following the wave. They're just following what other people do. And so I'm begging you, if you have a choice and you're a sovereign citizen, if you feel free in your ideas, separate yourself. Take a definitive stand. And let your status be known about what you believe in, what you support, and what you don't. Because all the followers could just attach and follow that. If they already believe in 2 to 3 different things that contradict itself, it ain't hard to change the path. It ain't hard. They don't have one. They're not making their own way. They following. So if we as leaders stand up and represent the reality of what we know to be true, voting and going to church ain't hand in hand. It just ain't. The Bible speaks against politics. I just need somebody to explain this to me and to how you think that that's something that you need to do. Now, additionally, this is really becoming a political thing, because at first it was just like separate myself from the media, but the media don't have nothing to offer you but instant gratification for fantasies you wish to live out that you cannot afford at the time. And music only provides you with instant gratification for a frequency that doesn't align you with the divine. Because more than likely, if it's on the radio, it's being given to you. You're being spoon-fed something if it's on the radio. So it's a lot, but I just want everyone to think critically about what it is you believe, what it is you're doing with your life. Why are you here? Why do you wake up every day? What are you working towards? And if you're working towards that 9 to 5 tomorrow and the next day and the next day, that's your business. But if you want more, attain that. It's really easy. A lot of people have lied to us. The histories, as we have come to know, were falsified. Like, there's so many things that we could stop and say, I'm going to put that on them. I'm going to put that on them. I'm stuck in my situation. I have to keep following the path that my great-grandparents left behind, because this is what we was doing. You could step out of that and become your own person. Traditions are beautiful, but if it's not serving you, if it's not successfully benefiting y'all generations, please let it go. Like, please let it go. I'm going to give an example. And this is an example I experienced in my life, so I hope nobody feel hit. But I have experienced people giving birth out of wedlock. They don't have no partner to help them at all. The person's not interested in helping them. And so now you have a single mother. That single mother does all she can to raise that child. But she begins to get lonely. So she goes out and makes another baby. And that happened 2 or 3 times over. Now the person watching the children or giving her the help or being there facilitating, it's difficult, because she's going to keep making those same mistakes if she's still seeking that validation of love out of another person. But if she were to stand herself up, dust herself off, and give herself that love, she wouldn't need to go out seeking. So that course of creating children in poverty would not continue. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So if you know that you not really helping somebody, but you're just doing what they want you to do, talk to them about what they're going through. Speak to people. Ask them serious questions. When was the last time you got to know a stranger? Speak to people, really, because if we're not sharing the things that we experience and see and find problematic, we're all enabling the system to continue. If we're not speaking up and say, hey, that's kind of wrong, that's weird, y'all notice this? Like, where do you stand? Nobody's going to take accountability. So it's on us. It's on every last one of us that got any discernment within us to think critically and to free ourselves from the grips of oppression. Because freedom ain't to be given, it's to be taken. You have to get it for yourself. Everything here is made to keep us in a frequency where we don't ask no questions, where we only look for a savior to come out of the sky and be like, boop, I got you. Like, there's nothing that empowers self. And that's the issue. That's the issue. So we have to build confidence within ourselves to step out of the muck of the mess and be like, okay, y'all in the heatheness, craziness of not knowing what you're going to do, sorting your life out, making a clear plan. I can't be a part of that. I can't be celebrating Christmas, talking about E5 and then voting. How do you believe? How all these things work together? How? How? We don't have much of a culture in the United States. It's boiling pot, mixing pot, everybody say. So when you're looking to find your way, it's a lot of different things thrown at us, like thrown at you here. You have to be decisive about what it is that you believe in. You can't go with every new idea. Your faith and your confidence should not be based upon the next newest trend. That's how. So if whatever you like or whatever you vibing with falling into trendy, reassess and see if this is uniquely you. Because we are being constantly programmed to negate our intuition, to forget that we have an active pineal gland that is actually a bone in other races. Like, step into your divinity, be your God body, and ask yourself the critical questions. Instead of talking smack about Trump, ask yourself why the media portray him in that aspect and you don't personally know him. I'm not voting, y'all. I don't have nothing to do with that. But I'm concerned about your heart. I'm concerned about your frequency, because people spewing hate at people they have never met, like celebrity bashing, all that kind of stuff. Y'all caught up in that construct. That's to keep you from not asking yourself those questions. Why do I? Why am I? Not why did she? Why did Beyonce? It don't matter. This is our personal time. And actually what's transiting right now, the planets we have moving around for us, giving thanks to make us better, you can make that change right now. This is a perfect time to do that. Reevaluate and see where you really stand with what you believe in, so that you can get your life on the right path. So all those laws of attraction books that you read in won't go to waste. Because before you can manifest into your reality, you have to have the temple together. You really have to have the temple together. And I just really want that for everyone on the planet. I want that for everyone on the planet, because I believe in the paradisiac environment we desire. I believe in that reality. I do. Outside of religion, outside of spirituality, I believe. That's what I see when I sleep. I see me and my children in luxury of nature. The luxury of being able to eat fruit from trees. The luxury of getting my own, stuff from the animals, like pelts, making coats, and just so many things that you could do on your own that would enrich your personal spirit, that this country has manufactured and made into a material desire. We could do these things ourselves, and it would enhance us, give us more to believe in for ourselves, so we don't have to be guided by people that don't know us at all. They don't know you at all. Only thing they know is that you got a social. These politicians, celebrities, these people that you feel have deciding choice of your life, they don't know you. They don't know you. And so they can't. But you know you. And so you can. And you should really ask yourself the hard questions. I might throw some of the hard questions that I ask myself in the caption, so you can just go through and really meditate on them. And if you read something you immediately offended, dig deep into that shadow work. Don't be scared, because the time is now, and I want you to heal. I want the world to heal. I want the whole world to heal. I want everybody to come within themselves, know that they dark and they light is beauty, and balance their duality and thrive. Thrive. Balance their duality and thrive, but on your terms, on what make you feel comfortable. Not because great granny did it. Not because your daddy said this what they do in his house. Not none of that. Find you, and believe in you, and trust you, and do what you feel Spirit is asking you to do for yourself in this timeline. Because everything that we experiencing is for a reason. Ain't no coincidence. Ain't no coincidence. We are like the mechanisms in a Rolex. All working together. We have to work together efficiently. And the global paradise we desire is very much attainable. It's all in our hearts. We all want that. We all want that. You can't say we don't. It's not a single person that would say, oh, I wouldn't love to. It's not. I mean, natural fruit, fresh food, to know where your food come from, to know that this food won't be recalled, to know that that medicine won't interfere with that medicine because we healthy, because we healing from the inside out. Y'all want that. So we have to get to it. And it is real. And we're going to get to it. Because I'm not going to let up. And I'm going to keep pushing believing in yourself. I'm going to keep pushing, believing in what you know to be true for your path, not for somebody else. But I love y'all greatly. I'm going to have to go outside because the sun just really got me in my good vibes. Feel great. It's a shout out there. But I love y'all greatly. Meditate in this time of transformation. Meditate and pray to whoever it is you desire, to yourself. You can pray to yourself. I don't care. Just ask out. Speak out for direction from the ones that love you. For direction from those willing to help you in the highest vibration. Do something with yourself. Oh, no problem. Much love, Steve. Much love, you know. I really desire for us to get there. I really do. And I know it's going to be beautiful because I dream it and I see it. And my kids there, y'all kids there, our families are there. Imagine your relatives with no illnesses. Like, yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. All the stuff we experience is because of the construct. So please, be no part of the world. Remove yourself from that wicked system. Stop running your business like them. But that's another story. Stop running your business like them, though. But I love y'all. Give thanks. Have a great evening. Watch this a couple times. Share it with a friend. Because all I'm trying to do is send that love and abundance to you. So I love y'all and be great.